Okay, moments ago, Secretary of State Marco Rubio gave an update on the status of these talks with Iran, warning that there are, quote, other options in play if this diplomatic effort fails. Here's the Secretary of State.
Diplomacy is always the first option, and we continue to work on that. I just want to remind everybody, Mr. President, you know this well, you have other options available to you if that doesn't work. But the bottom line is that we prefer the negotiated diplomatic route, and we're going to give it every chance to succeed.
Okay, with that, we bring in retired four-star General Joseph Votel, former CENTCOM Commander, now Middle East Institute Distinguished Senior Fellow, and he joins us now. So we want to get into this Abraham Accords issue with you, General. But first, just your reaction to what is clearly Secretary Rubio reiterating for public consumption that the military option is still very real against Iran.
Thanks, Martha. Good to be with you. Yeah, I think it's a great reminder for the American people to appreciate that we've always had the military option, but of course we're leveraging all the other elements of power that we have, our diplomatic capabilities, our economic capabilities, our informational capabilities to really try to bring this to a resolution.
So this jumped out at me when I heard President Trump say it earlier, and I know it has gotten some attention since then as well. And this was sort of towards the end of the discussion about the movements between countries and who's looking at this Iranian conflict in which way. So let's play this soundbite from President Trump on the Abraham Accords and who he would like to join. And before we play this, everyone, I just want to remind that about a week or so ago, the president put out a truth post in the afternoon. He said, I was ready to attack tomorrow, but I've been told by 3 countries in the Gulf states that they think we're getting really close to a deal. And so in deference to their request, I'm not going to strike starting tomorrow, a big strike on Iran. And then here's what he said today. Watch this.
We'd like to have them immediately join and Steve Witkoff is working on that with Jared and some others, but would like to have them join the Abraham Accords. It'll be historic if they do it. I'm not sure we should make the deal if they don't sign.
All right, so very interesting. He later name-checked Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and Kuwait. The UAE is already in the Abraham Accords, which clearly makes an alliance with Israel, basically. So he's saying to these other 3 countries, you can sort of encourage me yes and no on a deal at times, but I think you all should be in the Abraham Accords. And if you're not, maybe we're not going to sign any deal. Long setup, excuse me for that, General, but your thoughts on all that?
Yeah, thanks. It's a really interesting development. I think for our listeners, it's important to appreciate that the Abraham Accords were a platform that resulted from the last Trump administration. It was really focused on diplomatic and economic progress across the region, and they did that through regional integration, exchange of technology and business cooperation and security cooperation, and then kind of practical people-to-people benefits that would, hopefully allow for greater stability and more opportunity for understanding and relationships from different parts of the country. So on the surface, it really sounds like a very good idea. And I have been supportive of it in the past year. Whether it should be linked to these discussions as part of how we resolve the current conflict, I think certainly that's a matter for our diplomats and our elected leaders to debate. It's a very complicated process as it is. Right now, this may add some more wrinkles into it, but I think the president's points are well taken here. That put your action behind the words here in terms of this, and let's move forward in some more practical ways about how we improve collaboration, cooperation across the region.
Yeah, absolutely. And there was so much optimism around the Abraham Accords in terms of reorganizing the Middle East and really minimizing Iran. When you get Israel and Saudi Arabia and these big Gulf economic engines all on the same side, going to make it a little tricky for China if that's the equation. So we're going to see where he goes with this. But very interesting comment. And thank you so much because you have such a deep understanding of the region. It's always great to have you with us, General. Thank you.